Hello, I'm Shane from Rockland Public Library, and today I'm presenting a virtual edition of my book review of Offshore by Penelope Fitzgerald. Offshore was published in 1979 by HarperCollins. Penelope Fitzgerald is considered one of the greatest British writers of the 20th century. She was nominated for the prestigious Booker Prize 3 times, winning in 1979 for Offshore. Her 1995 novel, The Blue Flower, probably considered her masterpiece, won the National Book Critics Circle Award, and on the Times list of the greatest English writers from 1945 to 2012, she ranked 25th. So clearly a writer of many accolades. You might be familiar with her 1978 novel, The Bookshop, which was adapted into a film starring Emily Mortimer in 2017. The setting of Offshore is the Thames River in 1962. A group of residents reside on riverboats or barges separated from the people on the mainland and planning much of their lives around the rise and fall of the river's tides. Richard and his unhappy wife Laura live on the barge known as Lord Jim. Morris, a Lothario of sorts, resides on Morris. Willis, a hapless older man, is the owner of the leaking dreadnought, and Netta and her 2 daughters, Martha and Tilda, call Grace home. There is also Woody and his wife Janet, whose boat Rochester becomes a temporary boarding home when some of the other river dwellers undergo minor tragedies. Throw in a criminal named Harry, who is using Morris to hide stolen goods, and a pregnant rat-chasing cat named Stripey, and you have the recipe for a book that is an interesting and natural combination of comedy of manners, domestic drama, love story, and crime caper. Fitzgerald throws us into the action with a languorous but important opening scene that involves a monthly meeting of the barge owners, in which they discuss important issues and basic business. Think of it like a motley homeowners association. The book unfolds at a nice pace. Offshore is by no means plot-driven, but there is definite forward momentum and clear resolutions for all of the characters. There is never a dull moment, and Fitzgerald's characterizations are strong enough that you come to care for everyone, even the supporting players like Mr. and Mrs. Woody. Although again, the novel is more character than plot-driven, the various threads do come together in a well-choreographed manner at the finale. You leave the book feeling satisfied, in spite of a final scene that leaves you hanging and raises questions about most of the characters' fates. In some strange way, I found this comforting. Offshore is a short novel clocking in at 141 pages, and one in which every single sentence seems to matter. There is no excess here, nothing that seems pointless or wasteful. Sprinkled throughout are perfectly crafted sentences, insightful dialogue, and moments of quiet beauty. Offshore is a book that simultaneously moves quickly and yet lingers on life's little moments with a striking clarity. I would recommend it without reservation and go so far as to say it's a nearly perfect novel. Again, Offshore by Penelope Fitzgerald, published in 1979 by HarperCollins. We sure do miss all of you here at Rockland Public Library. We hope you are staying healthy and safe. We look very much forward to when we can meet again. Take good care.